Stop. If your mind is looping right now, do this with me. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. Again. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. Good. If you overthink, it's not because you're weak. It's because your brain is trying to keep you safe. In the next 10 minutes, I'll give you 5 simple moves to cut the spiral, even when you're already inside it. And stay to the end, because I'll give you one sentence you can use like a reset button when your mind gets loud. Story number 1. It's 11:17 p.m. You send a message, and the reply is one word. Okay. No emoji, no warmth, just okay. And instantly your brain starts running a movie. They're upset. I sounded weird. I ruined it. This is the beginning of the end. So you reread the chat. You replay the conversation. You try to decode tone through a screen. And you tell yourself, if I think long enough, I'll find the answer. Here's the trap. Overthinking is your brain trying to buy certainty in a world that doesn't sell it. So your mind keeps shopping. More thoughts, more scenarios, more what-ifs. And you end up paying with your peace. Quick self-check. If you relate to 2 of these, you're in the right place. 1. You replay the past. I should have said. 2. You predict the future. What if? 3. You analyze until you freeze. 4. Your brain wakes up right when your body wants to sleep. 5. You look for the perfect decision and end up doing nothing. If that's you, I'm not here to shame you. I'm here to give you tools. First, what overthinking actually is, without jargon. It has 3 faces. Rumination, living in the past. Worry, living in the future. Overanalyzing, living everywhere except the present. And here's the simplest test. Does this thought help me take a useful step, or does it just make me anxious? Real thinking creates movement. Overthinking creates noise. Now here's what most people miss. Overthinking is rarely about the situation. It's about what the situation means. A late reply becomes, I'm not important. A mistake becomes, I'm a failure. A disagreement becomes, I'm going to be abandoned. So when your mind spirals, ask these 3 questions. 1. What am I afraid this means about me? 2. What is the most likely explanation, not the worst one? 3. If this was my best friend, what would I tell them right now? Those 3 questions turn panic into perspective. Story number 2. You have a decision, a job, a relationship, a move, a project you want to start. And your brain says, we can't choose until we're 100% sure. So you compare, you research, you ask everyone. You build pros and cons lists that look like spreadsheets, and still you don't move. Because there is no option that comes with a guarantee. Life offers probability, and your brain keeps demanding certainty. So why does overthinking happen? Because your brain learned a rule. If I think enough, I can prevent pain. That's why overthinking gets louder when you care. When something matters, your love, your reputation, your future, your brain tries to protect it with thoughts. But here's the harsh part. Too many thoughts don't create control. they create exhaustion. And exhaustion makes you less clear, more reactive, easier to trigger. So the goal isn't never think. The goal is think on purpose. Now, the method. 5 moves. You don't need all 5. Even one can interrupt the loop. Move 1. Name the mode. When you feel the spiral, say, out loud if you can, I'm in overthinking mode. Not, I'm stupid. Not, I'm broken. Just, this is a pattern. Then add, this is a thought, not a fact. Because naming it creates space. You stop being inside the movie, and you become the person watching the screen. A tiny practice. When a thought hits, don't debate it. Label it. Worry. Story. Prediction. That small distance is power. Move 2. Facts versus story. Open your Notes app and write 2 lines. Facts. What do I actually know? Story. What is my brain adding? Example. Fact. They replied, okay. Story. They're angry. They're leaving. I'm not enough. Your brain is allowed to guess, but you don't have to treat guesses like truth. Now ask, what's the simplest explanation? Maybe they're tired. Maybe they're busy. Maybe they answered fast. Maybe it has nothing to do with you. This is not toxic positivity. This is emotional fairness. If you don't have evidence, don't punish yourself with certainty. Move 3. The mental parking lot. Overthinking feels urgent. It says, solve it now or you'll regret it. Your move is to reclaim timing. Pick a time later today, 10 minutes, and tell your brain, I will think about this at 6 p.m. When the thought returns, say, noted, see you at 6. It sounds silly, until it works, because your brain learns, I'm heard, but I'm not in charge. Move 4. Reset the body. If your body is in alarm, your thoughts will be dramatic. So we calm the body first. Do this with me. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. Again. 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 On the exhale, think, I release. You're not trying to delete thoughts. You're lowering the volume of stress so you can see clearly again. Because clarity is not a personality trait. Clarity is a nervous system state. Move 5. The 2-minute move. Overthinking loves one thing, stillness. So you win by moving 1 inch. Ask, what is the smallest useful action I can do in 2 minutes? Not the perfect action, the smallest. 2 minutes could be, write 3 lines, what I feel, what I know, what I'll do next. Stand up and stretch. Step outside for fresh air. Drink water. Wash your face. Action breaks the spell, because it tells your brain, we're not helpless, we're moving. Now, the reset sentence I promised. I don't need certainty. I need presence. Again, I don't need certainty. I need presence. That line matters because it removes the impossible task, total certainty, and brings you back to something you can actually do. Be here. Story number 3. You're about to post something. Start a project. Apply for something. Make a call you've been avoiding. And your mind says, what if they judge me? What if I fail? What if I look stupid? Here's what you do. Name the mode. Facts versus story. Park it. Reset the body. 2-minute move. Then you do the smallest version of the thing, because confidence is not a feeling you wait for. Confidence is a result you build. Quick night version, because overthinking loves bedtime. If it's 1 a.m. and your mind is loud, do this. First, write one sentence. Tomorrow at 10 a.m., I will think about this. That's the parking lot. Second, write one next step. Not the full solution, one next step. Third, inhale for 4. Exhale for 6, 5 times. Your brain needs one message. We are safe enough to sleep. Recap, fast. Name the mode. Facts versus story. Mental parking lot. Reset the body. 2-minute move. If you want a part 2, I can do how to set boundaries without guilt, or why we get attached to people who hurt us. Comment the word calm, and I'll pin a simple checklist in the comments. And if this helped, subscribe, because we're keeping this channel practical. One last note. This is educational content, not a diagnosis. If overthinking is taking over your life, consider talking to a qualified professional. You deserve support.